We are queer, we are here, get used to it. National Coming Out Day is a significant day in the world of LGBT community in the United States. And here we are to discuss about that particular day and its significance and what it means to many of the community members. So, Robert, what is the significance of the day for you?
Well, for me, I mean, in some sense, because I started the process of coming out, 37 years ago, I don't, as a general thing, I don't do anything special on that day, but I think it's important for all of us to be out and to stay out, and people who haven't come out yet, that's a good opportunity because lots of their friends are doing it and everybody. And it's been shown over and over again that the more people know, the more people have friends or relatives or colleagues who they know are gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgendered, the less likely they are to feel prejudiced about that, and the more sympathetic they'll be to equal treatment and our goals in general. So I think it's important that everybody who can do so without dire personal risk come out whenever they can and as often as they can.
John, as a political activist, what do you think we political activists and community activists can do on this particular day?
I think we should celebrate the fact that we are out and that lots of people are out, and encourage other people to come out. I think there's really nothing more important to our vast community for people to be out. This particular day is a way of celebrating it and encouraging other people to being out. Also, I think it's very important for people of all different kinds, kids, adults, people of importance to be out. And just think about when some youth is thinking about coming out to their parent and they're not so sure of it, but then they can say, well, yes, that's the way I am, and you think that's going to be bad. Well, look, the mayor of our city is gay and he's out. The principal of our high school is gay and he's out. So it's good when role models are out, but it's good when everybody is out. And we show that we are a diverse community of people with families, kids, people with lots of responsibility, people without very much responsibility, and all of that.
Heather, you describe yourself as a proud lesbian housewife.
Right.
My question to you is, what is the significance of this day for a family? Because you have a family with kids and grandkids, and this National Coming Out Day, what is the significance to you for a family?
I think that, like the gentleman said, it's really about standing up and making an announcement about who you are, and it does become personal when your neighbors know who you are. Human rights are human rights, and we've always been fighting for one group or another. It's important for my children. It sets a precedent for them about all-inclusiveness and what families look like. My children know lots of different families, single families, heterosexual couple families, children and grandparents. I mean, everybody's family looks different, and it's really about normalizing all families. We do National Coming Out Day, whether we acknowledge it on coming out and saying I'm gay or I'm lesbian, bisexual, transgender, or this is what my family looks like. So we try to, so we can make it more inclusive to our community.
That's a good answer. Bob, I have a question for you. Wherever you're going to hear news these days and always hear about some anti-gay and anti-gay this, about marriage and something right-wing people talking about some news channels, specific news channels, and they always have people who are against the LGBT community, and every day they talk about how bad we are and what we should do, what they should do to control us or discriminate against us, change laws and stuff. But lately we are talking about a lot of international uprisings, a lot of incidents about internationally about that oppression against the LGBT community. So with this internet and everything is free-flowing information, how do you think that we should use this day as an international coming out day?
Well, I mean, it's not really I don't know that it's that different from thinking of it as a national coming out day. I mean, it's just a coming out day because of the internet and the reach of these various news programs. Pretty much anything that happens is available internationally. I mean, of course, in some countries there's restrictions on what people can see, and there's not much we can do about that, except to try to use whatever channels are available to encourage people to spread the word. I don't know. I don't really know what else we can do.
Thank you. Heather, diversity is very important in our communities because America is a land of immigrants. And if you look around, everybody's from somewhere. 17th generation, 20th generation, or 17th year you're living in the United States, or 17 days in the United States. So people from different walks of life, different countries, and different ethnic backgrounds and religious backgrounds are here. So diversity is also important for the LGBT community. The LGBTs, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, the queer community. What do you think about how do we emphasize the diversity within the LGBT community on this National Coming Out Day? Because we are not homogeneous community. We are a much diverse community. What do you think that we should do on this specific day?
Well, I think that we should embrace where people are coming from. I think that one of the things that you had said that was so important was about safety first for children to come out, but also for our older community. I think it's almost easier for people of my generation and younger to come out because we've normalized it with marriage in Massachusetts. So I think that we have to be culturally sensitive, to get back to the diversity factors, that we need to be culturally sensitive and to make sure that our citizens, our people who live in the United States, are safe and protected, and then encourage them to come out in a way that, because I think being a strong person, being true to who you are, not having to live in fear by being in the closet, makes you a better role model for your community, for your nationality, for your rituals and culture, and it just makes you a better, happier person, I think, as a whole, and a better community member, whatever that community is.
John, role models, you talked about role models earlier. How important the role model is it? Was it for you? Because, are you a role model for somebody growing up within your family or extended family, friends? What role did you play as a role model?
Well, actually, some people often call me a role model. And I had a job, but I was a manager, and I was out, and I think that was a good thing. And I don't ever remember any role models for me, but I think for a lot of people it would be very helpful for that. One other little thing I keep thinking about is there's coming out in the big sense, but there's also coming out just in the little sense and in a regular thing. And one of the things that happens, Robert and I have been together for a long time, almost 40 years. We look alike, and people often say, "Are you two brothers?" And I love giving the answer, "No." "Well, are you related?" "Yes, we're husbands." And just to random people that you run into on the street. And so I think there's lots of ways to be out.
Yes. And also people forget about the idea that, or just misinterpret that coming out is just once you come out and that's it, you forget about who you are and then you go on with your life. But in my opinion, coming out is a process. It starts the day you have the courage to tell the world, hey, I'm who I am, and then it's a lifelong journey. It never ends because we are still fighting to get some equality, fight for equality, because it's not, the world is set for us, so we are fitting into somebody else's world, so we have to fight every step of the way. But just we are queer, we are here, and they should get used to it. It's a much better way to go, because unless and